All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to dive into a super simple, rule-based trading strategy. It's all about taking the guesswork and, let's be honest, the emotion out of your decisions by focusing on just one specific, high-probability pattern and learning to ignore all the other noise.
So let's kick things off with a massive reality check that every single trader needs to hear. As the quote says, the perfect trade does not guarantee profits. This idea right here, it's the entire foundation of the strategy we're about to break down.
I want you to just imagine for a second that you find a trade where every single one of your rules is met. I mean, it's a textbook, perfect, A-plus setup. Well, guess what? It can still lose. So why is that? It's because trading isn't about finding some magical guaranteed winner. It's about playing the odds over and over and being really, really good at managing your risk.
So here's the big mental shift you've got to make. Stop hunting for the perfect trade. It doesn't exist. Your new job, your only job, is to become a specialist at identifying one strong pattern, this A-plus setup, and get so disciplined that you can just ignore everything else.
Okay, so how do we even spot these A-plus setups? Well, it all kicks off with one foundational tool, the simple but seriously powerful trend line.
Just think of a trend line as a way to cut through all the market chaos. It takes what looks like totally random price action and shows you the hidden structure, the real momentum of the market. It gives you a clear visual guide to what's actually happening. And look, it really doesn't get much simpler than this. If the market's in an uptrend, you just draw a line connecting the bottoms of the price dips. If it's in a downtrend, you connect the tops of the price bounces. That's it. That is the entire universe of trend lines for this strategy.
Okay, and this right here, this is a really, really important point. You are not using these lines to try and predict the future. You're not a fortune teller. You're using them as decision points. You just wait for the price to hit the line, and then you react. This one little change turns you from a gambler into a strategist.
All right, now let's put all these pieces together and look at the star of the show, the bread and butter A-plus setup.
The whole strategy is built around spotting one specific, repeatable pattern, the three-touch trendline break. This isn't about some gut feeling or a hot tip. It's about finding a clear, geometric shape on the chart that you can see with your own eyes.
So why does this work so well? Well, the beauty of this setup is that it yanks emotion right out of the equation. See, psychologically, a three-touch trend line is a big deal because it shows the market has tested that level multiple times and respected it. So when it finally breaks, it suggests a real shift is happening, that whoever was in control is finally losing their grip.
Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. What are the actual rules? Here's your step-by-step checklist for trading this A-plus setup.
This four-step process is literally your entire game plan. And notice something important here. These are all concrete actions, not fuzzy interpretations. You identify the pattern, you wait for the break, you define your risk, and then you execute. That's it.
You know, I absolutely love the names they use for this strategy because they're so literal. Before the price breaks through, it's just a regular old trend line. But the second it gets breached, boom, it becomes the action line, a clear, flashing green light telling you it's time to get in the trade. And then, on the flip side, you've got your safety line. Think of this as your eject button. It's your exit plan drawn on the other side of the price. Its only job is to tell you when the trade is going south, signaling you to get out and keep your capital safe.
So it all boils down to this, right? The action line break says go, and the safety line break says get out. It's that black and white. There's just no room for ambiguity.
All right, theory is one thing, but let's see how this plays out on an actual chart.
Okay, so take a look at this. First thing we see is a really clear downward trend, right? We can easily connect at least three distinct peaks, which lets us draw our trend line. Right at this moment, the A-plus setup is officially on our radar.
So we spotted the pattern. Now we just have to be patient and wait. And then, bam, there it is. The price breaks and closes above our downward trend line. That line just transformed into our action line, and that is our signal to enter the trade.
The second we're in that trade, our next job is to draw our opposing trend line, the safety line, by connecting the recent lows. Now we just hold the position as long as the price stays above that line. And as you can see, eventually it breaks, giving us a clean mechanical signal to get out of the trade. And there you have it. That's the entire life of the trade, from beginning to end. A clear entry when the action line breaks, a holding period where we just ride the wave, defined by the safety line, and a clear exit when that safety line finally breaks. No emotion,
No guesswork, just 2 lines on a chart.
And that really brings us back to the most important point of this whole thing. The secret to this strategy isn't just knowing the rules, it's having the patience to actually follow them. Honestly, the hard part isn't spotting the A-plus setup, it's having the discipline to sit on your hands and wait for it, ignoring all the other tempting but kind of mediocre trades in between.
You know, at the end of the day, having a plan like this, it's not just about what you do, it's about what you don't do. It's like a shield against the second guessing, the fear of missing out, and all that other mental noise that pushes us into bad decisions. So the real question to ask yourself is, what noise are you going to cut out of your trading?